10. We are in the final stage of getting the money. We are planning to ground it maybe by the end of December. So these are the big secondary processing units, which also includes 13 millet processing units at 13 locations. Because processing has been one of the bottlenecks. So the government is conscious of it, and government wants for the first time to try the plug and play model, where we create everything and hand over to the private business group. They will run it on the lease basis. So that is a model which we have decided for ourselves, and it's on the final almost. We are going to launch it very soon. In next 1 year, we should have at least 10 to 12 such mega food processing units, in addition to the food parks which are already functioning in the state, which I have also given the list here. So that also is going to happen. Now, these are some of the produce where Andhra Pradesh, like cashew. We are the second largest producer at the national level in terms of cashew. Millet, non-timber forest produce, which is earlier called MFP. So there also there is a huge potentiality. Jaggery products, pulses, coconut-based products. Our coconut productivity is highest at the national level. Araku coffee, you are anyway familiar. I don't need to talk about it. Groundnut products, aqua products, spices, chilies and turmeric, fruits and vegetables fresh. Ready to eat and ready to cook is one unique thing which is there in Andhra Pradesh, very popular domestically. Maybe we would like to popularize outside as well. So there the food processing department is working on formalization, licensing regulations, quality standards, branding, those kind of things to ensure that acceptability outside becomes, we are able to penetrate outside market also.
Plant-based protein is one of the largest growing food processing. You have a product which is attractive. Any plant-based protein product, not necessarily mushroom, but seaweed also. Seaweed.
So soya also, sir.
The products made from soya.
Yeah.
Soya.
So it is.
It's like plant-based, plant-based chicken, plant-based
Health bars, nutri bars, those.
We call them like nutri nuggets. But there it is processed to an extent where the soya product looks like, tastes like, and appears like chicken or fish products or like shrimp or like beef or pork. In that case, that is one of the largest growing fields, especially for export.
I am sure some of the industry representatives who are participating today, they'll take a cue out of these suggestions and start working on it, because our people are quite enterprising, and I'm sure that they should catch up with some of these ideas. And yeah, and of course, on the government side, we'll provide them support. Then rice products and honey. So these are tagged on to the particular district, and there is an action plan, and we are working on the various aspects to improve the marketability, quality, scalability, and everything. This is the approach which we are following. I will not take much time on this, which I said that as part of development of secondary food processing industries. So basically, we have almost about 1.6 lakh unorganized food processing unit, which is the largest. So we want to migrate them into an organized sector with all these branding, regulatory things, quality standards, packaging, marketing, all those things. So that part we are working, and this is the model which we are following. We have the micro units, then the cluster, then the federation, and then from there. So this is still in the nascent stage, but we are working consistently on this. The export potential of this, some of these 4 districts are especially mentioned. The collectors are there. If they would like to maybe intervene and add anything, they could add. Otherwise, these 4 districts are known for, of course, chili. And I was talking about this ready to cook and ready to eat. So this surrounding districts of the Vijayawada, the NTR, Guntur, this district is known for various kinds of such things. And we are working on branding of some of these products, branding and marketing. These are the list of food parks which are operational currently in Andhra Pradesh, and they have been doing business, domestic as well as the export. It deals with all kinds of agri, horti, as well as aqua. products. These are spread all across the state. These are some of, again, these are our thoughts. If you feel that this will be appropriate and it could help us. One is Export Inspection Council may be established in Vijayawada to equip manpower on a pre-export inspection and procedures to receive provision for certification of peanut products, fish and fish products, animals. So this is our thought. We thought that maybe formalization of whatever is happening on this will help us. Center of Excellence in terms of transfer of technology. Technology is one area we are not very robust, not very strong, and we would like to learn from Germany and Norway if they could offer us. And I'm sure there are certain things which can be offered to us. Aquatic quarantine facilities may be established in Visakhapatnam, Kakinada, Krishna Port in PPP mode. Organize B2B exhibitions that will also help us to promote our products. So these are only for your thoughts, and if you could help us in formalizing these collaborative approach, it would be of great help to the state. Activate IGCC and NITI. This is set up export promotion cell for Andhra Pradesh in Indo-German Chamber of Commerce and Norway India Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Set up offices are both in Vijayawada to strengthen the bilateral ties. Technology transfer, which already are covered in the 30th part. Skill development of workers in the food processing. Of course, this is one area where we can also work domestically with our own resources. But if there is any advanced kind of technology or training that we would like to learn, and institutional collaboration, that is student exchange. That's a long-term vision where we think that maybe that will help us to build up that kind of ecosystem from the beginning, and then we'll be able to further strengthen and improve on it. So this is basically my presentation. This is again ODAP only list, just for your idea purpose, and I'll be sharing the soft copy and hard copy of the presentation both, just for your reference, so that you can keep it in mind. And this interaction of today's should end up in some kind of concrete partnership between Andhra Pradesh and the two countries with support from both of you. So this is from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I have two more small presentations before the coffee break and in between them. So one is about the Economic Development Board, which is an organization which is one of its kind in the country, which is important for promotion of all these activities outside the country also. So a very brief presentation on the EDP and followed by the SDG presentations, and we'll be done with the presentations for today, sir. Prasad Garu, please, quickly.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, sirs. I would like to outline Andhra Pradesh Economic Development Board as a nodal point of contact for all the investments. So we could leverage from your offices in terms of everything associated with investments to the state of Andhra Pradesh. Quickly, sir, we are participating in multiple kind of activities. Recently, we have participated in World Economic Forum, where we showcase our strength to the World Economic Forum and the kind of customers they brought in. And from external engagement perspective, we largely engage ourselves with the domestic and international partners through High Commissionerates and at the same time Consular Generals. That way, we would be there in terms of any particular organization that would like to set up their kind of office here in Andhra Pradesh. And from policy perspective, we quickly do a review in terms of how the policies affect across different kinds of organizations. And we actually nurture those kinds of activities in a way that we could actually suggest in terms of the changes as well. But I think in a way, as ma'am has mentioned, Economic Development Board could be utilized in a bigger manner from your offices to ensure that we actually focus on various kinds of sectors that we have. So quickly, from electronics and solar perspective, I would like to showcase some of the areas where we are quite strong at. I have outlined to an extent of 8 of them. One is electronics and solar, where we produce to an extent of $3 to $3.5 million, 3 to 3.5 million mobile phones every month in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and which get exported to different kinds of countries. And from contract perspective, contribution perspective, we do have 10% of the overall kind of production that comes from the state of Andhra Pradesh. And largely when it comes to the electronic manufacturing clusters, we are focusing on EMC areas in Tirupati as EMC 1 and 2 and YSR Kopati areas as well. Similarly, in pharmaceutical areas, we do have a pharmacity between Vizag and Srikakulam kind of areas, where we can elevate that in a major way. And we actually produce a lot of generic medicine and at the same time medicine that's associated with export as well. So this could also be leveraged from your offices to take it further. So we have discussed extensively on food processing, and we've been working with different kinds of entities to make sure how we can grow not only from first level kind of processing, but also in terms of value adds as well from second level and third level. We are interacting with some of the organizations in Vietnam and other Southeast Asian countries. That way we can see how we can actually provide those kind of inputs to the organizations here in Andhra Pradesh. Similarly, from chemicals and petrochemicals side, everybody is aware that Andhra Pradesh has the largest reserve when it comes to petroleum kind of activities, and the PCPR region is one of the examples as such. And from capital goods, sir, we do from clusters perspective and machinery engineering, we do have very large and mega units that are placed at different kinds of SEZs across the state, and we would like to leverage those as well from your office. And from textiles, ma'am has very clearly as outlined in terms of where we stand at this point in time, but this is just a snapshot of where we are. And we would like to just take those kinds of products to the next level and elevate them in a major way. And from tires and automobiles and EV, these are, from EV perspective, this is up and coming kind of an area. We have been interacting with several kinds of organizations across the globe, but we would like to take it to the next level in terms of being that kind of niche area. And internally, we are working with organizations like Convergence India. That way, we can set up the infrastructure available right here in AP, so people actually see this state as the key state when it comes to EV as well. And sir, we are actually working on toys and furniture as well, sir. And we are partnering with a particular SEZ called Kandla, which is a wood-related furniture park that's based in Gujarat. So we would like to see if there is a way that we can also we would also set something up like that in the state of Andhra Pradesh, so we can elevate this particular area as well. So these are some of the marquee kind of investments that we have received in the past many years. And from the major differences that everybody has talked about, sir, one is we have been ranked as #1 for the past 4 years when it comes to EODP related activities. And we actually leverage these kinds of achievements that we had in the past. And along with that, when it comes to policy perspective, we are focusing on the power related activities. And at the same time, the water sources that we have and the land, and at the same time, the average wage cost in different kinds of areas where the organizations are set up. For example, some of the cost associated with having a particular skilled person in AP is much less in comparison to the surrounding kind of states. So, which is something that we are predominantly working on. And our focus by 2029, we would like to be big with respect to the infrastructure development in industrial corridors. And we are focusing a lot on port-led kind of industrialization, and which we would like to take to the next level in terms of sending this message to various kinds of countries, so we could work with various kinds of organizations that are focused on port-led kind of business growth. And by 2050, we're looking at 3 different things, sir. We would like to be the global destination for all the investors. And at the same time, when it comes to logistics, we would like to be quite niche in terms of the present technology and advanced technology. And we also would like to be the kind of gateway to Southeastern Asia. That way we can actually, other organizations or other countries would actually see us as the niche kind of state in this particular area. Sir, and after that, I put together some of the slides associated with Norway and all, but officers have already covered it, so I could quickly skip that. That's about it, sir. But I think from your office's perspective, if there are certain activities that we would like, you would want us to focus on, we would be very happy to work with your organizations. That way, we can take those kind of conversations to the next level with those organizations.
So EDB is a very unique model that our state has. Which most of the lessons were picked up by Invest India in terms of running an organization. Also, it's a very multilateral organization. It's not limited by the bars of any department. So we do interdepartmental interface here. So though it is under Industries Department. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely, sir. Sure, sir.
Yes.
We actually participate in activities such as Hanover Messe. That way, we can attract those kinds of organizations to come to you. Yes, sir.
You need to prepare well.
Next one, sir.
Next week. Yes, sir.
So I come to the last presentations on the Sustainable Development Goals, sir. So after this, we'll break for coffee, and after coffee, we'll have a round of the visit, and then come back for the interactions.
Good morning, everyone. Initially, we'll deal with the aspirational districts. Then I'll move on to the SDGs. I don't know. Yeah. Next. I think yesterday you might have interacted with the collector and the relevant officers there. So, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, as you're aware, these aspirational districts initiative is Prime Minister's initiative, and this is aiming at the transformation of the most underdeveloped districts across the country. There are 49 key performance indicators under 5 broad socio-economic themes: health, nutrition, education, agriculture and water resources, as well as financial inclusion and skill development and infrastructure. So in our case, Andhra Pradesh, we have 3 districts. Earlier it was Vizianagaram, Visakhapatnam and Kadapa. We have restructured our districts 13 to 26. So now we have proposed to Parvatipuram Manyam in place of Vizianagaram, which is predominantly a tribal populated district, and ASR district, that is Paderu area, Uttarapachodvaram, in place of Visakhapatnam district. So the orders are yet to come. Then, as just now I mentioned about the 5 major themes, now there are 49 indicators. So the weightage to each theme is given. It's ranked at, it is reckoned to 100. So as of now, the 3 districts are ranking. Vizianagaram is 5th rank. Kadapa is at 3rd rank, YSR Kadapa, and Visakhapatnam is at 3rd rank. Actually, this is done every month in with a comparative performance. It's not just a rank. So month to month, how they are performing is being done.
How much prize money to take overall?
Actually, there are very little prize money, sir. We could get 5 crores, Kadapa could get, and similar amount in Visakhapatnam also. Yeah, we got. Yeah. So that's in brief about aspirational districts. In fact, for India, we have prepared the dashboards. The Champions of Change dashboard has been prepared by Planning Department of AP. That is being followed across the country. So we are pioneers in working with the government of India. We still handle these dashboards from our end, which is being Farniti.
Okay.
Back office. So then we'll move on to SDGs. So you are aware very much about the SDGs. I just a backdrop of how the SDGs emerged. Though just for understanding of everybody here, this is a succeeding of Millennium Development Goals, which is being adopted by 193 countries. So SDGs presently have 17 goals and 169 targets. The implementation period is up to 2030, 16 to 30. All SDGs of 17 have to be achieved by 2030. So the main theme of the goals, you're aware, sir, but leave no one behind is the main theme of the SDGs. So we have brought in a proper monitoring mechanism in our state also. We have done various initiatives. So I'd like to share only those initiatives which the government of Andhra Pradesh has taken up. You're aware, so there are four, broadly, we have divided the goals into four sectors. The social sector containing 6 goals, the economic sector containing 5 goals, the environmental sector containing 4, and fostering peace and partnership 2. So total 17 we are divided into the 4 major sectors. Then in AP, we have developed a strategy of implementation. Primarily, the indicators we have mapped with the existing schemes being implemented with the government of Andhra Pradesh. Then we do have consultations with the stakeholders, and also we are syncing the programs of national importance and the government of India development programs. Then we mapped both state schemes and government India schemes. Then we worked out a monitoring strategy through the dashboards. So if you see, this is the arrangement. Like national level, there is a Niti Aayog, as you're aware. So a similar kind of arrangement we do have at the state level. Both the Directorate of Economics and Statistics as well as Planning Department, in coordination, working with the all 9 departments. So at the state level, we have developed an institutional arrangement. Similar arrangement with the collector as a head of the coordinating team at the district level, with all the departments. Chief Planning Officer is being the convener of the team. So this is how the like national level we do have at state level and district level. So what is unique about AP? You can see. We have like in aspirational districts, in sustainable development goals also, we have developed a specific strategy for AP, particularly on mapping as well as localization of the goals. So we have appointed nodal officers. This is about the 475 indicators being the SDG framework which Niti has brought up. Out of which what we did is, it is not just SDG. We have combined all aspirational, multidimensional, livability, and good governance. All 4 indices we have covered with the 475 indicators. Similarly, we have brought a granularity, like localization of these goals to grassroots level. So as our previous officers were mentioning about the village level and ward level secretariats, where in a village about 2,000 population is having a secretariat. Similarly, in an urban areas, 4,000 population is having a ward secretariat. Yes. Household same time, family same. Families.
In the 2,000
Population.
500 families, 1,000 players in 500 in rural.
500 rural, 1,500 in
Urban. Families. Population wise, it is done on a population basis. So 2,000 population in rural areas having one secretariat, 4,000 in urban areas having a secretariat. So in urban secretariats we have 10 functionaries. In rural secretariats we have 11 functionaries. So what we did is 115 indicators are being taken up for assessment of ranking, performance ranking. But what we are doing is we have taken up livability index as well as multidimensional poverty. So 189 we are monitoring directly, out of which 47 indicators are monitored at the village ward secretariat level. Then 61 indicators are being monitored at the district level. The remaining are monitored from the state level, because certain things like providing the solid waste management in urban areas, liquid waste management, that cannot be monitored at the ward level and municipal level. So overall, government has to involve and provide various kinds of projects as well as funds. So this slide, I think you must be aware, Honorable CM in his manifesto stated about 9 main programs for welfare and development. They are called popularly Navaratnas. So these Navaratna programs are having some ancillary programs also. So combined together, we have mapped this with the goals. So how, when you implement these 9 programs, combined with the other allied programs, how we'll be able to achieve the SDGs of 17. That's what we have done a mapping of the schemes. So
eventually you'll map the schemes or you'll map the goals?
We have mapped the goals with the schemes.
So when you're looking at performance, you're looking at monitoring the performance of the schemes or the goals?
We monitor performance of the schemes, which will eventually lead to
which is a proxy for
the goals. In fact, we have developed a portal wherein you can see the goal as well as the scheme. If you see the scheme, with which goal it is related to, you can find. Similarly, if you click the goal, you can see how many schemes are interlinked with the goals. So likewise, we have done here. I mean, this is the snapshot of the goals as well as the rank of Andhra Pradesh. Some we improved, some we slipped down. Like though we are performing very well in education, we slipped down. That is due to non-providing of information. So such data problems this year we have corrected. So maybe in the next year ranking, primarily due to non-providing of data, we slipped down in few areas. So if you see the major goals, the 7th goal, we are achievers. We are in the first place, and few goals we are in second place, like life below water. Similarly, actually, our state is sharing third place with Himachal Pradesh. So overall, since HP is given third and AP is given fourth, but score-wise, rank-wise, we are at third, but position-wise, we are at fourth.
Education is very strange here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this year, actually, the UDI's data, our people have not filled up. UDI's, UDISC. UDISC. So they rely on the data. Actually, for each goal, there is a source data. Primarily, the ministries provide the data to NITI. Certain things like health, NFHS survey data is followed. Education, the UDISC data is followed. Like NSSO, so for various data, various inputs are being followed. So accordingly, if you do not provide proper data from our end, then the same will be reflected. That's the reason we realized it.
Poverty is not entirely with that, it's multi-dimensional. As far as with rural employment, initially we also had problem with this data. We went and sat with PTRS, then ministry got it corrected, and now we are in one position. A couple of departments still have problems with this data. Working on it, I'm sure we'll be in a better position.
Yeah. So I was talking about this drilling down of localization. So as I have mentioned, there is this three-tier sensitization and implementation we have adopted. In fact, CS involved very much into this. So under his leadership, we have conducted state level, district level, and village ward level, secretariat level workshops. Of course, in fact, our Shashi and myself, we have participated at the district level workshops also, wherein the mandal level officers have come on sensitization of these goals. Similarly, from the district, they have gone to the village ward secretariat level. As I mentioned, we have also developed a dashboard portal. We are also collaborating with the international agencies. The UNDP has just sent a proposal for establishing a SDG coordination center. They have come. One round of discussions were completed. Now the proposal they have sent, we have to respond and establish the SDG center here with the support of the UNDP. We also had interaction with the UN, UNICEF, all organs of UN. One workshop we had with the Andhra Pradesh government. So we are collaborating with them. BMGF also we have collaborated. The trainings, capacity building is another part that is being undertaken by our academy. We do have a rural academy as well as HRD Institute. From these two institutions, we are doing this capacity building for various level of officers. We have also developed SOPs on the monitoring of the goals. So the standard operating procedures we have developed and given it to all the functionaries right from the village level to the state level officers. Similarly, the uploading of data also, seamless uploading of data transfer also we have developed. Initially, for data corrections, the respective officers have visited Delhi, interacted with the respective secretaries, and those course correction activities we have already completed. Now, seamless data flow we try to establish now. As I have mentioned, the 181 indicators we are thoroughly monitoring, 61 at the district level, 47 at the village level. I just mentioned about this portal. So we have dashboards, the Honorable CM as well as CS, and the secretaries at the state level can see the dashboard. Similarly, the district level collectors can see the dashboards. So the primarily monitoring mechanism we have institutionalized. That's what I would like to say on this. Almost on a monthly basis, we are able to review the collectors. Similarly, the respective commissioner heads of the departments as well as the secretaries, they are also. Yes, sir. Yeah, in fact, we have issued government orders forming these goal-wise committees, and each goal is being attached to a primary, a secretary who has more number of indicators. Suppose Panchayat Raj and Rural Development Principal Secretary will be looking into all the PR and rural issues. Similarly, agriculture, education, health. So all related, Anganwadi and other related indicators will be reviewed by the health secretary. So likewise, we have goal-wise committees. Similarly, we have district level committees. Then the secretaries were supposed to review fortnightly basis. Similarly, the district collectors. Primarily, as I have mentioned, the drilling down and mapping, that is helping us. For example, if you take, I'll give an example of anemia. Suppose if we are not performing well in anemia. So what we did, the list of women at the village and the ward level is available. So now the ANM will take the list of anemic women and provide whatever inputs, the iron folic or the nutritional kits, case wise, and this will be reviewed at the grassroots level on a weekly basis, so that by 6 months at least we'll be able to see the performance in that particular goal. So likewise we have drilled down to the grassroots level. So this portal I was talking about. So ఒకసారి portal చూపిస్తారా? So whatever data is being given to Government of India ministries, same data will be taken up here, and basing on that only review is being conducted. Otherwise, whatever figures our people give, if it is not tallying with the NITI figures, there is no point. That's the reason we have taken APIs and we have linked with our portal. Unda? Good. So your observations are yesterday when you interacted with collectors.
But the problem is, I think, at the district level, what's happening is they are reviewing output indicators mostly, and they are not matching with outcome indicators. I'll give you an example in health.
So he was earlier NITI vice chairman. So these are the schemes and goals. ఒకసారి అదే క్లిక్ చేయండి. Yeah, if you click goal, then what are the schemes related to it? You can see. So that's how we monitor the performance. Yeah, in tarvata move on. So these are the dashboards. Yeah, move on. Each department can see what are their indicators and where they are. So where to improve. That is, this is district wise. You can see the performance of particular indicator. Similarly, we also have the data of the department and what is the best of the state in the country. Where are we? What is the best of the state? What is the target of NIPI? So all three figures are available. So accordingly, they can work out. They can develop their own strategy to achieve the, suppose if you see health insurance, we are best in the country. 85% of the population is being covered under the Arogyashri program with the health insurance. So nobody is there. The second best is too far from us. I think Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Himachal. These are the 4 states next. In almost every socio-economic and development indicators. But now Kerala is topping, Tamil Nadu is second. అంతేనా చూపిస్తా ఇంకా ఉన్నా. What we have done is, like, suppose these 17 goals, if you take one goal wise, you know where are you and in which indicator, how you are performing, and what is the best state, what is the goal set by the NIPI. That is indicator wise. Then again, department wise, if you go to department, particular department, then what are all the indicators and goals pertaining to those departments, and the similar data is available.
Most of this data is the state government, is the district administration having.
Yes, because district also have a dashboard. You can see department wise as well as district wise. Suppose ఒక district wise ఒక district dashboard open. Some district. Okay. Now this is Srikakulam district dashboard. This is Vijayanagaram.
What are the infant mortality projections?
Infant mortality ఎంత ఉంది? IMR, MMR. ఇప్పుడు present.
MMR is 50. But that is done only at state level, or is it at district?
It is it's evolved from the grassroots. I mean, village to district, district to state. Those that 47 indicators which I told, it covers the IMR, MMR, immunization, anemic, school gross enrollment ratio. So all things which can be monitored at the district level, those are drilled down to the district. I mean, villages and wards. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we'll break now, sir. After that, we'll move for the inspection and come back for interactions. I request everybody please have a quick coffee and come back for interaction. Thank you.
Recording stopped.
దయచేసి ఇట్లాగా గుంపులు కావడం పక్కన ప్లీజ్. రమేష్ గారు కొంచెం సార్ మీ వాళ్ళ లైన్ నుంచోబెట్టండి సార్. ఇట్లా ఉంటే వాళ్ళు కసి వేసుకుంటారు. సార్ ఇక్కడ కూర్చోండి సార్. మీరు పడుకోండి. మరి ఇక్కడ ఎంతమంది ఉంటే ఎట్లా